All right, everybody, the time is here. The haunted houses are open at the Lagoon Park in Farmington, Utah. We're gonna rank these today. Join us today on the XP Project. All right, everybody, this is the day I've been waiting for. Halloween's in the air. All the haunted houses out of the Lagoon Park in Farmington, Utah are ready to go. We are gonna give you our ranking of the top 5 of these. So I'm not gonna give the ranking while I'm out here. I'm gonna go through all these, say what I liked about them, see if there's anything new, and then I'll go home and get this edited and put them in countdown ranking. And it'll be fun. I actually did this last year, so it'll be interesting to see if my ranking, because I don't remember my ranking and I haven't watched it recently, so it'll be fun to go back and see if the ranking's the exact same. Let's go get these done. All right, everybody, Frightening Frisco. Just got out of that one. So that is a, without giving like too many spoilers for it, it's like a zombie cowboy Old West. You know, there's a lot of like Old West church themes in there and stuff like that. That one's really good. They didn't change this one a ton from last year, which I'm actually glad about, because this was one of my favorites last year. I love it so much. This one is ranked the scariest one at the park, so probably not one you're gonna want to take like the little kids through, but I mean, you know, if they're past 12 or so, you know, kind of just make that judgment there. But this is one of the scarier ones. That one was so great. All right, so one thing I wanted to talk about, at the beginning of every one of these haunted houses of the 5, there's a little sign that shows like some spiders on it. It's the spider rating. And up front, there's a sign that shows all the ratings for each of the haunted houses. This is basically like how scary it is. So it's gonna be like from 0 to 5 spiders, 5 obviously being the most scary. So it's kind of a good way to like help gauge for kind of the younger crowd, whether they're, you know, gonna think it's too scary or not. I kind of talked about this in the last video, but like, when I was a little kid, I really just wasn't like scared of like really any of the Halloween stuff. I really dived into Halloween as a little kid, but I know some, you know, some kids are really sensitive to that kind of stuff. So my advice would be probably like this whole Nightmare Midway area between like Bat and Pioneer Village might be like a good place to like not have like your little kids going through. They can get that glow necklace that'll help, but those spider ratings will also help too, just so that you know kind of which ones are ones that you definitely don't want them going on. All right, everybody, just got out of the night walk. So this one has a great theme to it. So it's basically kind of like vampires, you know, rituals, things like that. This one has a very good feel at night. You know, we're going through these during the day because I wanted to hit these when they weren't as crazy. But at night, this one has a great theme. It's just kind of like kind of punk rock music, night walk and everything like that. So good. I really like this one. There's a dragon head part that's just really cool on this one. Some of the effects on this one I just love so much. All right, I wanted to just take a minute here. Thank you so much, all the members that work out here at this park. You guys have really outdid yourself this year. I just am so grateful for all of you that work out here and do such a good job of keeping us entertained. All these haunted houses have just absolutely exceeded my expectations this year. And some of the, and not just the people that are in the haunted house, but also the people that put these together too. Some of the visuals and the effects in these are just really good. And it's just nice to see, because, you know, like when Frightmares first started, like I was pretty young and, you know, the houses were just real simple and stuff, and they've just made them so intricate now. And I just love it so much that they've got this many of them, because I know a lot of theme parks would probably be like, oh, we're gonna pop one haunted house in and call it a day, but it just really makes the Halloween season great, and thank you so much. All right, on this video, we are only doing the top 5 paid, like adult haunted houses. There are a ton of things for the kids to do out here too if you've got little ones. I put a video out right before this that was like kind of like a Frightmares tips and tricks video. Head over there if you've got, you know, like the younger kids and stuff and want to see some of the stuff that they can do too, because this one's really only for the big haunted houses. All right, so I wanted to talk about something. So the haunted houses, Lagoon in general does not have any fast pass systems like Disney or anything like that, but during the Frightmare season they do have this time warp fast pass line. So basically what it is you get this wristband. I bought one today. It's got these little tabs on it, and it gives you, is that 7? That's 7 tabs. Okay, so it gives you 7 tabs. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to each of the haunted houses has like a door to the side that says time warp pass. So you're gonna go in there, you're gonna give them a little tab off your wristband, and then you're gonna basically surpass the line. I did do this last year, and you basically walk on everything. And I do talk about this, like if you've got a season pass, this might not be needed, but I think that this is a really valuable thing for somebody that's coming from out of town. Because if you're coming from out of town, you're only gonna be out here one day. Even from open to close, there's probably not great odds that you're gonna be able to hit every ride and every haunted house and every show. The shows can take up some time. I mean, I think about Cannibal, like during this time of year, that line can reach all the way back to the bumper cars at times, and you might be waiting in Cannibal's line for like an hour and a half just to go on that ride. So you're just not gonna have time to do it all in one day. So I think the time warp pass is not for everybody, but I wanted to get it tonight just to see how it works. All right, so if you're wanting to get the fast pass, like it's called the time warp, there's a little building, it's fairly close to the Bat. If you're looking at the Bat, kind of just turn left up that Midway street and you'll see it. It's a big building that says time warp pass. You go there, you pick it up. Also, I did want to mention, you can buy for $1 here little glow necklaces. You put those on the kids, and they say that if they, you know, if the scary people walking around see those, they won't bother the kids with them on. So I think for $1, it's a good idea. So we're actually gonna go pick up one of these fast passes to see how the process works. We did this last year, but with the fast pass, you're pretty much gonna walk on every ride, every haunted house. All right, so just got out of the Nightmare Midway. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there was a couple new things in there, but this one has one of my favorite like hallways in it. There's like this white hallway, like it's just completely painted white, and there's like one little light at the end of the hallway, and then there's just fog all over in there. And so it, like, when you're in that room, like your eyes are like adjusting to like the bright, and then the next room's like really dark, and so it like kind of throws you off. I remember last year, like it almost like desensitizes you for a minute, and that's really fun. This one is really good. They had another room, you'll know what I'm talking about, like the doll room, and I think there might have been some new stuff in there too. Chime in. This one was so great. All right, so while we're at it, I wanted to just ask you guys, what are some of your favorite haunted houses just of all time? You know, I know that so many theme parks do haunted houses now. We're actually gonna be out at Oogie Boogie Bash in a few weeks, and I know they don't do like haunted houses there, but I might swing over to Knott's Berry Farm while we're out there, because they have that like Not Scary Farm thing going. But chime in, I'd like to hear what your favorite haunted houses are, even if they're ones that don't exist anymore. All right, so just got out of the Fun House of Fear. Okay, I've got to be brutally honest, I liked that one this year a lot more than I did last year. Just everyone in there, that was awesome. That's all I can say about it. I just love that one. The visuals in that one are so good, and there's that area where you're going through that spinning tube that like you basically just want to throw up when you're walking through that because it's spinning so fast. I just love that. I'm still kind of like grinning coming out of that one. That's the one that I'm always like smiling when I come out of, because it's probably like the, in my opinion, the least scary, but it's one of the funnest ones to go through. All right, speaking of haunted houses, I'm looking at the air race right now, which I was talking about last week about how much I hate that ride. I honestly would go through any haunted house before I went on the air race. That ride is just brutal. That is a haunted house to me. I know a couple of you guys chimed in that you really like it though, but man, nothing's talking me into that one. All right, so I wanted to ask, if you're somebody that works out here, I did not even realize this last year, and maybe just because I didn't go through them as much, but we went through almost each of the haunted houses twice today, and it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe we just hit a shift change or something, there was like different people in each of the rooms. What's like the rotation process? Like, are you just sitting like basically in the same room like all day, or do you rotate rooms? And then like, are you in the same haunted house the whole time? Because it actually made the night a lot funner, because both times we went into Funhouse of Fear, there was like different clowns and stuff in the rooms, so it almost made it feel like a different haunted house each time. I love that so much. All right, so just got out of Malevolent Mansion. That one is so good. There's a couple things I gotta say about that one. There's some good visuals in that one. Like I said, I'm trying not to like spoil too much of it, but there is a scene with like they're like frames, but it's like digital frames and just shows like, you know, bodies like decaying or whatever. That is a really fun one. I just love the theme of that one. And one side note on that one, I talked about this on the construction video, but at night, Malevolent Mansion is my favorite one themed at night, because once the lights go, you know, the sun goes down, the music's just great outside of that, and the colors are so great. And they actually moved that hearse that I was talking about on the construction video, and they now have like a carriage in front of there. It's actually more appropriate because it's supposed to be like old-timey, so I love that they did that, and that one's just so great. All right, so I did want to give a little bit of my verdict on the fast pass system. So what I can say is it's actually kind of a slower night, so there was a couple that it didn't really get us on. There just weren't lines, so it didn't like make a difference. But I will say, if this is a absolute jam-packed evening, this fast pass is going to get you on so much faster, because the two that we were on that had the longest lines was the Nightmare Midway and the Funhouse of Fear, and we literally just walked right on. So obviously, you know, fast pass is kind of a touchy subject for a lot of people, because it's like pay to win basically, and like I said, I just wanted to test this out. It's not like we needed to do it tonight. I just kind of wanted to see how it worked. But I will say, if you're coming from out of town, you don't get a chance to be out at this park like everybody else, it's definitely a good win, and it would be something that you'd want to look into. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for the haunted house rank video. I'm gonna go home and rank these in order. So I didn't rank them while I was out here. I got to think about it for a little bit and put these in a rank. Thanks so much, everybody, for being along for this ride. Thank you all the members out here that are doing such a good job to make this awesome. This has been a great night. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the XP project.